taking a couple of clones, show you the easy process. I'm going to take 2 from this tree and 2 from this tree. The tools you need will be a good razor, the medium you're going to put it in, and I've already prepared the medium. You're going to need some willow. You could have just dropped some willow in there and that'd have did it, but and a glass of clean pH balanced water. Alright. This is what you get. Well, this is what I got. You don't need much surface for it to catch, and you don't want too many leaves on there because you want it to spend its energy making roots and not leaves, more or less. And that flower there, I left it on because I'm going to have to trim it because we don't want it to go in the bloom either. That's a whole bunch of more wasted energy. So he's gone. And that's it. Okay, these are what you call starter plugs. They come in like this. Have a little greenhouse the way you can, well, I do something different with mine. I make a bigger greenhouse out of the dollar store cake pan there, cake box or cake cover or whatever you want to call it. Clear one from the dollar store. These come from the dollar store too. It's just a little extra tray for when I keep water in there to keep this done because these just were rooted, and this is another little setup I make, and I also use the same little, I don't throw away too many of these. And this is a starter plug that I actually made with this as the press, and I put paper around it. I don't want to take it out because it's a little delicate, but the paper's wrapped around it more or less. It's got vermiculite and all kinds of good stuff in there. Vermicompost from the worms and peat moss and coconut and a whole bunch of other stuff. But this is the setup. That usually will go on top of this, but it's not going to do it today, so I'm going to just use these lights to sort of create a little sun effect for them. And everything here comes from the dollar store, so I'm starting some clones from out the garden that all this together, and can't use these but once, but to do your own plants be less than 25 cents. You know, I got a real big bag of this peat moss, peat gravel for like $3, and it's the bag about this big and that wide, so these were $1, these were free. This was like $2.97 for this. So I got 12 of them, and I'm using 4 now, so it's like I say, less than a quarter to start your own plants. Alright. From clones. Alright, here's a better view of the dome. If I was starting seeds, I had this to be able to put over to keep the humidity in there and just enough light to do what I need to do. But this is a beet, an avocado seed, and a Thai basil plant that was dying. I'm going to see if I can bring it back to life. I'll put on there behind there, but that's good. See all 3 of them in there being oxygenated with plenty of nutrients in that water, from the worms, a little bit of that rooting compound and some other stuff. but that's the setup there. And a small air pump with the valve there, check valve, and there's a stone inside of there, right over there, where all the bubbles coming up there. And I use these rocks because it help hold the moisture in to those that want to know. So I can just keep pouring water in the rocks. It'll keep enough moisture to get those roots good and going. Say in a week I post another video just to show how. Those are the tools and everything I use.